Hello everybody, it's Aaron. Welcome to another episode of Feed the Beast. I have made a couple of changes to this, and we'll get into that very quickly, and then we'll move on so we can, so I can isolate and inoculate some bees. I've been waiting on this. I found that the squeezers do not produce enough seed oil fast enough to keep the carpenter full. So what I've done is I've set up two tesseracts. Basically, the first tesseract sends everything to the tank, and then there's another set that sends it back to keep the squeezer full. Kind of a roundabout way of doing it, but it's the best way to do it without a bunch of piping and stuff. Same thing with the honey. This one is not working right now because, and it took me a minute to figure it out, I don't have the redstone signal disabled. This one is still full of honey right now. So I need to get rid of that, and it should drain, and the honey tank should fill right up. Excellent. So this one will send to the honey tank, and then this one will take it from the honey tank. I guess I have to click on the back here. We're going to do receive only on this one and set it to analyzer. And that should keep this guy full of honey. Or, I bet I need to move it down a block. What it's doing, I bet, is putting it in that liquiduct. So let's move it right here. Yep, there we go. Cool. Alright, so that's how I've been doing the liquids, and I've got two more pairs of tesseracts for the DNA. I set up another router over here, and how this works, this one extracts from the bottom, and it only works on the carpenter. This one extracts from the top, and it only works on the squeezers, and it's this slot. So all the propolis gets taken out of the squeezer, and I don't have to worry about anything backing up, and there's an import bus on top of the router, and everything just fits right there on the wall. This will be hidden. But what we need to do is set up our advanced bee machines. And I have them in a backpack here, or a canvas bag rather. And I want to put the two that actually, first we're going to need to set up the gene pool, and then we're going to need to set up the two that actually need the DNA. So I guess it really doesn't matter. I may put these two on this end with a little liquiduct underneath them, and just put the tesseract right here. And I'll put the other ones probably, I wanted to put the gene pool pretty close to this stuff because I'm going to need to run an export bus to it. So perhaps we'll try this. We're going to try to get a little sneaky with it. We'll see how it works. We'll run our ME cable underneath this tesseract. And then, see, that's going to be sort of hidden. I was thinking I could run it like this. And I think I'm going to have to put a block there so I can set the thing down. Maybe, maybe not. So we'll do gene pool like that. I probably didn't need to, that's alright. Gene pool like that. We'll put the export bus right here. I'll turn down my volume because for some reason that thunder seems really loud. And that should have power. It does. It doesn't have any bees to process though. I don't know if the liquid tesseract will, I don't think it'll take it out, unfortunately. So we may actually have to move it over a block or two. I want to try it just because. And I don't think I have one down here already. I might. No, I don't. So we'll call this one 820. Let's call it DNA. Do receive only on that one. And this one, I don't think it'll take it out. We're going to try it anyway. Send only. Now let me get some B's to put in here. The thing about the export buses and AE, I have all my valuable drones already going through the analyzer. You see, they're already analyzed. So if you put an unanalyzed drone in the export bus, it will only take the unanalyzed ones out of your system. If you put an analyzed drone in, it'll only take the analyzed ones out of your system. And since I have a ton of valuable drones, I've got all 8 sets, all 8 alvearies right now are valuable drones. Or valuable bees, I guess. Because I have a ton of them. They're already analyzed. They're set up in this export bus to go through the analyzer automatically. But if I throw this one in the system, it's not going to get put into the gene pool like the rest of them. And that is not taking the stuff. I didn't think it would. No big deal. So I'm going to keep my backup bees in apiarist chests. And I'm just going to burn the drones that I have a lot of. So let's put this guy right here. And I don't think that... Let me make sure to disable the redstone. I don't want to make that mistake again. And then let's put our lever right there. And then we'll just run our liquid duct like so, and there we go. We got DNA filling up the tank already. So then what we'll do is, I'm trying to think what order the machines need to go in. I don't really need the replicator. I think I made one. I don't really use it, but I'm going to go ahead and set it up over here anyway. Let me get rid of some of this stuff that I don't need. I don't think I need that either. Is that it? I think so. Okay. So we're going to need one tesseract and a couple of liquid ducts. But let's get all these guys down here. The synthesizer and purifier kind of work together. So let's put them... We'll put them on the end over here. And we'll put our tesseract right there. And this will be 821. Uh-oh. Damn it. They still get washed in here sometimes. Alright. And I don't think it saved my settings, so... We'll just call it DNA 2. That'll work. Save, set, and receive only. And we will put a little bit of liquid duct under here. Just like that. And let's see, we synthesize first. And then we purify. And then the other 3 machines can go really anywhere. I definitely want to cover up this. So I just may have a hole right here. Maybe I'll put a chest with the serums. And actually, that's not a bad idea. I'll just leave 2 spaces there. And I'll put the 2 chests for the serum. So we're not going to set up the replicator. We'll set up the isolator. It's not the one I wanted, is it? That's the inoculator. We'll set up that guy, and we'll set up the isolator. Unfortunately, and I didn't consider this, you can kind of see through the top of the machines, but I really don't think that's that big of a deal. I'm not really going to worry about it. And I'll just plug these holes for now. So there we go. We need to set up this source. Lever that, and I think I may or may not have liquid duct down there already. I do not. So that's not going to work until we have enough in there, apparently. And this one will be send only. We'll set it. And this takes a while because this stuff, you don't get that much. But that's alright. I have the portable tanks, I believe. And I don't know if I can set a portable tank right on top of a tesseract. Why don't we test that out? Look at that. Beautiful. So now all of that DNA should be in either of these machines, and it is. So if you did not know that that was a possibility, now you do. So I'm going to leave that there until it goes away, or till it all gets used. And this should be working continuously. The bad thing about this, let me change this to stacks because it won't stack them in there if you send it by single items. So it's really only melting down. I think it only does 1B at a time anyway, but I don't know if it works any faster or not. But either way, we want it to do stacks. I didn't want to place that. So there it is. Now we just have to put a couple of facades on a couple of things. Need one there, on top. Yep, and that's it. Cool. And see, that's just the wall. And that gets a facade. I could put one right here, but I'm not really worried about it. Whoa, sorry about that. So, if these guys would leave me alone. There's our setup. I'll probably put a couple of chests here, like I said. One for the traits and one for the species. And there we go. Now I can isolate some bees. I need to get the fast worker and longer life and stuff like that. And then I can put it on some other bees. And we're all good. That is what I wanted to accomplish last episode, but it didn't really work out like that. All I really have left to do, I need to make probably more alveary blocks. I'm going to have to make another carpenter to do that, since I don't want to use this one since it's dedicated to impregnated sticks. But I figured I'd make another carpenter on an aqueous accumulator, probably just on the main power, so I can make more alveary blocks, or actually it goes up to honey. So I have some honey capsules somewhere. But I've got to make some more alveary blocks. I need to then make some more frame housings and some more, don't know if I need more mutator blocks or not. But I've got to set up the thermionic fabricator and make a bunch of those electron tubes. And I don't remember what's what. As far as the seed oil goes, if we take a look at this, these guys do just as well as the walnuts and stuff. So I may end up breeding these bees and squeezing the seed drops, probably in one of these squeezers. But if we look at this, you know, these guys give like 0.05, which is not much. All of the seeds give less than a half a bucket. So it's really not the best thing to do, but you know, what are the alternatives? We're going to scroll there in just a second. You see melon seeds 0.02, same with pumpkin seeds. Seed oil, or the regular seeds, not much either. The walnut, quarter of a bucket. Or that's a chestnut, sorry. Quarter of a bucket. The walnut, fifth of a bucket. Cherry, not that great. So if I can get some cherries, that would be okay. If I had enough of them. I do have a forestry multi-farm that I made, and for whatever reason it wasn't working, so I got rid of it because I didn't feel like messing with it. Damn it, I did it again. I always do that. So I took it down, but I saved it. So I am actually considering, I have all the blocks here. I'm considering making an orchard. And I don't know if the recipe is in here for these. I know you have to make some sort of circuit, put it in there. I think it's one of the circuit cards. No, it's it might be the intricate circuit board. Maybe the enhanced. I don't know. Either way, that's not that expensive. None of them really are. They're just kind of a pain to make. So I may play around with that, see if I can get that to work. And then if I can, we'll see if we can run a cherry orchard. And I'll see what it takes to get those chestnut and walnut trees, because if we can get those, that would be even better. So I'm probably doing... No, that took a lot more time than I thought. So that's really all I had to do. I have to do some more stylistic things. Probably going to put a row of alvearies here, a row of alvearies here, and my method for transferring the items into the system will be the same, probably a tesseract. And I may reconfigure the top layer like I said, but it's going to be the same principle as this. So I'm going to do that on my own time if I feel like it's necessary. But if I do connect them all, I'll connect them all with the furnaces, so this one router will fill all the frame housings. I may actually drop down to 3 per alveary because alvearies do pretty well without the frame housings anyway. And it makes it tricky when you have to run your pipes out of the side, because you have to run them into the alveary block, not the frame housing block. So I'm going to work on that stuff this weekend. And it's Friday now. This video probably won't go up until Saturday. But I'm running 8 sets of valuable drones. They're doing really well. In the 4 hours I was at work this afternoon, they made me about 9 iridium ingots, which is pretty awesome. So these guys are really, really good. So I may just add 2 for those guys and then figure out what I want to put on the rest of them. And I may actually get rid of the roof So I don't have to necessarily give everything the cave dweller trait. It's especially important for the ones with the mutators because a lot of those bees are not inoculated to be cave bees. So if I make any significant changes to this, I will make sure to show you guys. But these are the basic principles I'm using. Just these pipes with tesseracts. And I could have done it with only one tesseract for these, but really not that big of a deal for me. I can spare the tesseracts. I'm not really worried about it. And then all of this stuff up here, obviously if I wasn't trying to fit it into this type of a space, I could have put the machines in a wall and it would have been much easier to camouflage them, so to speak. But this seems to work out for our purposes. I really like the routers for this because, well, they're awesome and I don't have to run a bunch of pipe everywhere. But that's it in a nutshell. Actually, that was not a nutshell at all. That was 2 episodes about how to set this thing up. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave them down below. I'll answer them the best I can. And I guess I'm just going to mess around while this gene pool fills up. It doesn't look like there's even enough in here. Oh, maybe there is. I flipped the lever the wrong way. So our gene pool, it's all good. Never mind. Or our DNA, it's all good. So anyway, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them. I did a fair amount of experimentation before I set this up over at the old bee place. So I have run into a couple of issues, but I think I mitigated all of them in the way I set this up. So that's going to do it. Like I said, questions below, comments and suggestions below as well. Feel free to leave them. I think we're going to have to start nuclear because I really don't know what else to do at this point. And I want to get more power like Tim the Toolman Taylor. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.